Hi everybody, it's Kelly, Aaron, and Ismira here at Coldwell Banker ROX Realty. We are wrapping up our segment of new builds.
Yeah.
So we had an idea that we just wanted to go over some common questions that a lot of buyers potentially have for all the various new builds that are in town. So Ismira found a list that actually are some really good
Questions, yeah.
questions that a lot of people just don't even think of, or so we're going to go through just a few pertinent ones and we'll see what we think.
All right, let's go ahead and kick it off.
All right, let's see.
So, should I hire my own real estate agent? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Absolutely. And why is that?
So we've covered this before, but the person in the model homes, they work for the builder. So they are representing the seller. As a buyer, the builder will pay the buyer's agent to represent you. You just have to bring us with you on your first visit. So it's always good to have an outside party looking in for, looking over paperwork for you.
Absolutely.
Taking, photos of the house during its progress, and just really being your guide to answer questions that you might have through the process.
Exactly.
So bring us.
Yes.
I was going to add in Phil, but you covered it.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see, what's another good one on here?
Well, builder information, I think that's a good one. You know, what makes some of the builders different? It's very good if you're looking to purchase a home and you see a builder name and you're interested in that community. Google the builder.
Right.
Yeah.
And some builders,
Yeah.
they specialize in different things. Some, they're really highly rated on the energy efficiency.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Some of them, we've had inspectors go and inspect some of these new builds, and they're like, XYZ builder 100% is one of the highest quality.
Yes.
They see a lot less issues even with the new build. So there's a lot of differences. There's some that have standard granite, some that don't. That's an upgrade, which we'll touch on here in a minute too on the questions. But that's why you hire a realtor.
Yeah.
Because we know the builders in town and we can help answer any of those questions.
And
for
we've
you.
built those professional relationships with the builder, with the representative for the builder. And it just kind of makes the transaction that much more smooth.
It does.
So,
Yep.
Yes.
What financial incentives are offered? So, great question. We kind of touched on this in the past few videos, but especially right now, the incentives that builders are offering are phenomenal.
They really are.
And every builder is different. I know, last week we touched on D.R. Horton with their incentives, and it was up to $36,000.
$36,000.
Yeah. And with those incentives, they do get split up. That's what the question was saying here. Using the builder's preferred lender.
And do you have to use their preferred lender?
Exactly. Which the answer is no. You do not have to, unless you want to take advantage of that incentive.
Those incentives.
And then the builder separately may also some sort of incentive as well. So.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing that Aaron touched on is the builder will offer their own builder incentives. But then in addition to that, there are oftentimes the lender incentives.
Right.
So there's two different types of incentives. So if you want to still use your own lender, by all means, that's fantastic. Because there are still other incentives out there
That you can
from the
take advantage
builder.
of.
Absolutely. So what are the specifications of the development? So that's actually maybe sounds a little bit more complex, but basically, what is the development? How many homes are going to be built in that development? How many 2 stories are going to be in that development?
That's a good question.
What percentage of those homes can be sold to investors and be utilized for rentals? Those are all questions that you want to ask if it's a big purchase that you're making. So you definitely want to have as much information as possible about the development in the community that you're going into.
Also, if there's an HOA, what those
Absolutely.
fees are.
Absolutely.
So,
What are the HOA fees? Yeah, and what does it include?
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's a really big one. And we have seen an increase of different HOA fees around town.
Absolutely.
That way, so.
Depending on what amenities are available or if it's,
Right.
Common maintenance and
yeah. And I like this question, and it varies, but it says, what are standard features and what are upgrades?
yes.
And a lot of times that's really just going to depend on the builder and the
Right.
community. for example, you have DR Horton, they do their express builds. Well, those pretty much, you don't really get any options. But their standard is granite countertops. So whereas some builders, that's an upgrade that you have to pay extra for. So it kind of just depends on
Or
the builder.
backyard landscaping. Some builders, you know, that's standard, that is included. Others, you know, it's just dirt, where yeah, you may have a blank slate, but
So not all builders include the same standard features.
That's right.
Some standard features at one builder might be an upgrade at another. And
Yeah.
if you call us, you know, most of the time, you know, just off of the top of our head, you know, we can tell you who's going to include the most
Absolutely.
upgrades as a standard, rather than having to add everything a la carte.
Yeah.
Who's going to charge you a la carte for
Yeah.
everything? We can tell you that too.
Yeah, I had a buyer about a year ago purchase with a new build in the community. And when he was all done with the upgrades, it was $100,000 more
Yeah.
than the
Than the
base
house,
price.
yeah.
So, I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of variance right there.
yeah. And blinds and
Absolutely.
ceiling fans is one that, you know, a lot of buyers don't take into consideration
Right.
with a new build, where I don't know, I believe DR used to do it.
They
didn't
do.
They still do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not fan. They do blinds and they don't do ceiling fans. But
But
even
they're pre-wired.
yeah, and even with DR Horton though, not all of their communities are the same. Some
right.
communities offer certain things. So
And some new builds also offer like refrigerators.
yes,
Yes,
appliances.
yeah.
Certain appliances, or sometimes they'll say, we'll offer an appliance, or you can have X amount of money towards closing costs.
For closing costs, yeah.
What about lot premiums?
Oh, yes.
Right. So,
Yeah, so the size of the lot, that's gonna, a lot of times will affect
The lot
price.
premium,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You'll have to pay extra for specific lots.
Lot sizes, absolutely, yeah.
yeah.
What about home inspections? Should buyers have a home inspection on a brand new build?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think, and it especially depends on the builder. There
Yeah.
are some builders that you might be okay with waiting until right before the 1 year mark, because that's when the warranties will end, is at that 1 year mark. So they say
About
have
10 months.
Yeah, have an inspector come. Yeah, at about the 10-month mark, then the builder will come back and fix anything that
Right.
you find. But we have had some people that have had inspections partway
Prior.
through the process or prior to the closing. And they found stuff. I mean, they're brand new builds, but sometimes they do find
Yeah.
things.
It happens.
It does. And you rather know those up front than
Absolutely.
after you
Absolutely.
close on it. So.
Yeah.
So lots of questions
Yeah, I mean,
about the new builds, and
Yeah.
they're all over right now. But they offer some really great incentives right now, and we can be your one-stop shop for any
All
of
of
the
it.
new builds.
Yeah.
So give us a call. We'd be
Yeah.
more than happy to answer any questions that you have, or give you a tour of any of the communities that are around here.
And some of them have specs that are almost done. That should
Right,
be done,
move-in
you know,
ready.
yeah, within the month.
Oh,
So-
build time. What
Yes.
is the build time?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good one, yeah.
look at me skipping along.
That's right. Just give us a call, and we're happy to answer any of those questions for you.
But if you walk into a builder right now, what is the average build time?
From start to finish,
Start to finish. If you go in and you want to pick everything out
I
yourself,
say 12 to 14
12 to
months.
14
12 to
months.
14 months.
Yeah.
So even if you're not looking to buy now, if you're looking to buy next year or in the next, 18 months, give us a call, because you got to get started now.
Yeah.
If you're looking for move-in ready, you can get a new build that's move-in ready.
They have some that are, 30-day close, so.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty.
Have a great day.
All
We'll
right.
See you next time.
Bye.